Tonight, we are starting a new itty-bitty series, one that crawls out of the dark corners of international folklore. Cryptids, to be precise. Beings whispered about in campfire stories, spotted on lonely back roads, and hiding in the ancient pages of mythologies around the world. Cryptids exist everywhere. Creatures outside of science, living between the seen and unseen. Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, you know their names. But tonight, I want to bring you 3 horrors you probably haven't heard of. Rare cryptids. So strange, so unsettling. You'll be very glad that these ones aren't hiding under your bed. Tonight, I'm going to go over 3 cryptids no one's ever heard of and give you the rundown on each one. I'm Cora Poe, and this is SlumberMyth, a place for insomnia fuel. Let's begin. Our first creature is from Chile, in the folklore of Chiloé archipelago. It's called the Invuche. This one is a child, kidnapped away from its family by a bunch of warlocks. That child is then transformed physically and mentally, I would assume, into a twisted, monstrous guardian of dark secrets. The lowdown on Invuche. 1. Its body is grossly deformed by the warlocks, manifesting with its head twisted all the way around backwards and a leg fused into its torso. Its purpose is to serve the warlocks that transformed it by protecting their treasures or like the cave they live in or whatever. They are fed food scraps and are chained to that lair. Number 3. The transformation is said to include human sacrifice, cruelty, and black magic. Number 4. It is hypothesized that villagers used the Invuche story to convince their children not to go into the forests near dusk or at night. And number 5. The Invuche remains a symbol of corruption, a once innocent body being corrupted and made prisoner of forbidden power. I love the sad duality of this creature. I like a cryptid that's both pitied and feared. Half victim, half monster. Can kind of relate to that. Now let's travel a little north and across the sea to the Philippines, where we find a cryptid that makes you afraid to go home at night. It's called the Sigbin. The Sigbin, in my opinion, is one of the strangest cryptids in all of Filipino culture. Here are 5 major facts you'll want to know about its folklore. Number 1. It is said to walk backwards with its head lowered between its legs, making an uncanny, almost alien movement. Number 2. It smells foul, like rotting flesh, and that stench is the first warning that one is near. Number 3. The Sigbin is said to only make prey of children, sucking their blood out from the shadows. Number 4. The folklore also describes it as like a pet or familiar, likely by the witches of Filipino folklore, sometimes summoning them to do their evil bidding. Number 5. Even though the Sigbin is now ancient folklore, villagers of more rural areas still are whispering about sighting. With the Sigbin, something about it just feels wrong, like a nightmare lingering, haunting your periphery. And now for our third cryptid of this episode, we travel to Iceland, the land of lush green expanses and old magic. This cryptid is called the Skofin. The Skofin is said to be the product of a fox that mates with a female cat. Sounds cute and strange, but the stories get darker. Here are the 5 major things I think you should know about the Skofin, because right away I feel like it's kind of my favorite thing ever. I would love to have a fox cat. That sounds like the most amazing animal to have at your side in the world, aside from an Indonesian tree pangolin, of course. But those are actually real. Number 1. It's said to be so hideous that if you meet its gaze, you will instantly die. Kind of like some basilisk shit. Which I just can't comprehend to be true, because I feel like there's no universe where that creature isn't gorgeous and adorable. But I suppose there are lots of people out there who don't like cats and foxes. But, personally, I don't know any. Number 2. Some versions of its lore even say that just its shadow can kill you. Farmers of old used to tell stories of how scoffins are extremely bad omens. Farmers once told tales of scoffins that traveled the countryside that were viewed as horrible omens, specifically omens of disaster. I guess almost like a black cat, maybe? Probably more so though. Number 4. In some variations of the folklore, it is said that scoffins can shapeshift, disguising itself as any ordinary animal. And number 5. The only way to kill one, legend says, is to sneak upon it while it's sleeping and kill it. You have to strike before it looks at you, or, it'll get you first. A creature born of fox and cat, but feared like a demon. I would guess that as an animal cryptid, it is extremely intelligent and probably very spicy personality-wise. And so we have met our first 3 rare terrors: the Invunte of Chile, Twisted Child Guardian, the Sigbin of the Philippines, a backwards walking blood drinker, and the Scoffin of Iceland, whose magical stare can kill. But now I want to ask you, I would love to see if there are any cryptids you know about that I don't. That makes me very excited to think about. So if you know any rare ones, put them down in the comments. Maybe I'll do a video on them for this little series. And out of these 3, which would you least want to run into on a dark night? I'll tell you right now, I want to run into the fucking fox cat, but let me know in the comments which of these freaked you out the most. And before we go, if you want more eerie stories or first of its kind folklore, and if you support queer horror stories and science fiction, you are going to want to check out our horror anthology, Coagulation X, The Veil. It's the autumn 2025 publication thanks to the Coagulation Foundation. And of course, it is our patrons that make this continuing series of anthologies possible. So if you're into this kind of stuff and you have $5 extra, it can keep us supporting queer artists and making creepy, horrific stories that mean a lot for everyone. There are a ton of really fun perks for supporting us. So you have $5-10 extra a month. There's all kinds of amazing things we can offer you. In a time where, at least all over my country, books written by queer folks are being banned left and right, we're out here trying to support the ending of book bans, as well as putting more queer content out on the shelves. Thank you for enjoying my spooky, supportively queer channel. It's very inclusive here, so all are welcome as long as they come in good faith. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and happy nightmares.